Okay guys, this is not an enthusiastic session. This is not a rapping session either. This is going to be the moment that you guys dim your lights right now, and you guys know how I feel about my poems before I get started, okay? This is a very sentimental moment for me and very nostalgic, which brings back lots of tears and memories of how life began for Philicon, the degenerate cryptocurrency guy. And I'm going to read you guys a poem, okay? I'm going to read you guys a poem that I wrote about Ethereum that you guys can also buy on iTunes. And I will sign it by saying things like "to John," and then I'll read it back to you if you want to purchase it. You can also get the ebook version as well that I sell for 5 million Bitcoin, okay? So sit back and listen to this poem, dim the lights, and get ready to know a little bit about me and how things got started, okay? A poem for Ethereum by Philicon the Degenerate. A poem once again, guys, by Philicon the Degenerate about Ethereum. Back in 2016, my friend Miriam told me about this new coin called Ethereum. She said it would go so high, put you into delirium. So back in March 2016, I bought as many as I could. Back then I felt like a lost boy, out in sea like driftwood, wondering what I was doing with my life. Where was my adulthood? I patiently waited until I could almost wait no more. Will this treasure trove finally wash ashore? Was it a wasted investment, beat down by a centaur? Though a year later, Ethereum got up on its own 2 feet, and there it stood, looking valor, joining the ranks of knighthood, a blessing in disguise through sainthood, made me giggle like a kid, brought me back to childhood, and cashed in my Ethereum at 350 I did, and bam, I obtained my manhood. The end, guys. The end. Okay, guys, now that you guys have heard a little bit about me through a poem, because I sometimes think it's important to share your feelings, right? We have to share it through a poem sometimes. I was thinking of writing a haiku again, but I still don't understand like how you write a haiku. These syllables, you know, they're very complicated to me, okay? So guys, let's take a look at Ethereum. Woo! Let's take a look at Ethereum. It's bringing me back to some really good times right now. And I'm so excited to take a look at this. Okay, guys, let's do this. Okay, so this is when I bought my Ethereum. I just want to go back a little bit to let you guys know, okay? I bought my Ethereum in March of 2016. It wasn't even listed on here yet, but it was like freaking $10 back then, guys. It was only $10 when I bought it back then, like holy cow. And then this is when I sold it, guys. I held on for so strong, and you know, I was really thinking of selling it, right? I was thinking of selling it when it got to 100. I was thinking of selling it when it got to 200. But then I thought to myself, man, I'm just gonna hold on to it, okay? And just see where it goes. And of course I used all my technical indicators, right? And I finally started to sell it. If you guys saw my RSI video, okay? If you guys saw my RSI video, I saw lots of signs of bearish divergence, and on the weekly as well. I cashed it in at $350, guys. I only had 200 Ethereum. It wasn't much, guys. It was only a $2,000 investment, you know? It really was only $2,000 that I spent. It was like basically a salary of mine, right? Like a, you know, like a 2-3 week salary of mine as an engineer. But it was enough to change my life, you know? It was enough to change my life where I got like $60,000, $70,000 out of it. And that's when I said, you know what? Screw the corporate office. I'm not doing this anymore. I am gonna invest my tears, blood, and sweat into learning how to trade like really well, you know. And that's what I did. And here I am now, sitting in front of you guys for 16 hours a day in my own beautiful house, getting to trade cryptocurrency. And I'm loving the life so far. I don't get out enough. I don't really get out a lot, you know. I should probably go out more because I think I trade like 16 hours a day, or I'm doing content and stuff like that. Anyways, you guys are probably wondering what the heck is going on right now. Let's clear all of this out right now, okay, guys? Let's clear all of this out right now, okay? We are going to call this the beginning of time through Elliott wave. This is going to be wave 1 right here that we see very clearly. Would you guys agree with me? Now the next step is to figure out what kind of correction are we getting in here. And there are multiple types of correction that we can assume. So let's go through all of them. And regardless of what type of analysis we do, we will actually come to the exact same conclusion that we have reached the bottom and something drastic is going to happen soon. Something is going to happen to the point where you guys have to make a decision where to put your money, and you have to make it very soon because this is going to be in the next 2 or 3 weeks in my opinion, and you guys could be very profitable. So because this is bringing back a lot of nostalgia to earlier this year and to last year when I was mining it as well, I'm going to be very invested in it because of the target. So are you guys ready to take a look at some analysis? This right here is what we're going to call wave 1. Okay guys, right there. Now here is a few different types of corrections that we could assume, right? And I'm not gonna argue with anybody. You know, it's here. I'm gonna go through all of them. Here's possibly an A. Here's a B. Here's a C, right? D. Oh, sorry. Here's an A, B, C, and D, and E correction. Okay, guys, that is one possible scenario right there. A, B, C, D, and E. And if you guys notice, like right around here, we're actually finding some major support, right? Right around here. Right around there, we're finding some major support, right? It's intersecting a lot of different lines there. And throughout this point, right here, even a small stall there, here as well. So it seems like the bottom is already in. Wouldn't you guys agree with me? Now, another type of analysis that we can do, which is my favorite, is just using more Elliott waves, okay? We're gonna try to isolate some ABC corrective patterns, right? For example, this could be A right here. If we zoomed in, I'm sure we could actually see it. Okay, I'm going to show you guys very close. Give me a second. Okay, here we go. I just have to get my tool there. It was bugged. A right here. Here's B, right? And here is basically C. And I'm going to show you guys what this possible C is right here and why it fell very short, okay? So first of all, for a typical C correction, what we would automatically assume, guys, is this, okay? We would automatically assume that Fibonacci would do a 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension retracement. So for example, 1, 2, and 3. And I remember back then people were saying like, oh wow, it's actually going to go back to $114, etc., right? But let me show you guys what this is right there. So based on Elliott wave, here's a normal zigzag, right? ABC, where we get to the bottom there. Here is what we call a flat, where A, B, and C basically creates a double bottom, right? And it says it lacks sufficient downward force to unfold into a full 5 waves and actually does a zigzag instead. So it's basically a double bottom. Here is an expanded flat where it doesn't exactly do, right? It doesn't exactly do double bottom or a 1-to-1 ratio, and it does an expanded flat where it falls slightly below it. And this is the one that I personally believe where we are at right now, okay? We are because there's such a bullish market sentiment in Ethereum and in cryptocurrencies in general, it actually fell very far from it. And that's what I believe it is doing right now. And what we have to understand, first of all, is that every single coin spent a very long time consolidating. Wouldn't you guys agree? I mean, look at this, okay? This is a massive time that we're spending consolidating right now. Every coin is like this, which you guys have to understand that every coin, we can call it a similarity index, okay? And a similarity index, basically, it gauges the market in terms of how similar and how close we are in terms of progression. And right now, OmiseGO, for example, you know, we had this wedge pattern that finally broke out. It's, you know, getting somewhere finally. And then we had IOTA, which is one of my favorite coins right now as well to trade. IOTA. I didn't even look at IOTA. I just shorted. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to short it because it looks like it's a wedge that's forming in there. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to short it. And if you guys take a look on IOTA right here as well, right? Like, this is a pretty nasty candle, guys. This is a really nasty candle on the daily chart. This is called a shooting star, where there's a big wick that gets rejected from the top side, right? And the bulls try to push it up. So I can expect that on the next day, it's gonna really fall down to even like next 2 days to 47, 48. Anyways, so IOTA is doing the exact same thing, guys, where it's falling to this wedge type pattern. If we look at Metaverse as well, another coin I'm invested in, okay? This coin as well is also doing a wedge type pattern that finally broke out of it, okay? It finally broke out of it. right? If you guys look at Litecoin, they are probably the most ahead in the pack right now. Wrong one there. So this is what I call the similarity index, okay guys? And the similarity index can give us a gauge on the market in general. So do you guys see right here what happened to Litecoin? It sure broke out, all right. It sure broke out. And I gave a trade suggestion that you guys should take a look at, even though you didn't get in the, the $40, $50 range. I still made a trade a suggestion, right? And I'll go over it for the people that are interested right now. Risk to reward 4.52. Chance to gain literally 100%, chance to lose 22% of your money, exit at $122, exit 1, and exit 2 is $177, and this is a very high chance of success with the 4 to 6% chance, 4 to 6 month time frame that you're waiting. So what we see Litecoin do is it squeezed into here, and then it finally resumed its overall bullish sentiment, right? And what we need to take a look at is now Ethereum, right? We have to also understand the nature of other coins so we can get a gauge of how the coin that we are analyzing is doing right now, okay? So what I see this as right here, just as an example, is I now see this as an XYZ, okay? And let me show you guys what I mean by that right here. I see this as a double Elliott wave pattern. For example, I'll just put my X there so you guys can see it, right? And I'm just going to say that this is a very small ABC correction somewhere down to over here. Okay, guys? Super duper small where it barely made an ABC in there almost. So this is one way that you guys can see it as well, okay? This one here didn't even come close. This one made that flat version that I was talking about, ABC. So that's easily one way that you can view it as well, okay? So you can view it as A, B, C, D, and E, or you can view it as A, B, C, and W, X, Y as well. Now, I'm not going to bother counting all the Elliott waves for you guys, and I don't want to bore you guys with that. I'm going to actually do some trend line analysis for you guys instead, okay? So I'm just going to delete some of this here, just as an example. We're gonna evaluate this from some trend lines. Okay, first of all, I'm going to show you guys a clear example of what Bitcoin does, okay, guys? What Bitcoin does every time we break a new high, what you guys have to always make note of is that every time it breaks a new high, guys, see, we still at the previous high here, say at 2,900, but as soon as we broke it, we got some major highs, guys, okay? And look at the next point right here, okay? Every time we break this point, we got a major one. We got a high one, right? Now, this was a major point as well where it was stalling. Now, what happened afterwards, guys? It skyrocketed, okay? It skyrocketed. And every time, guys, we break a new high, like right here, it skyrockets, okay? And what was formerly a resistance or support, it becomes a resistance or support again. So if you guys make note of Bitcoin right here, I used to analyze it a lot. That was actually a really good buy zone for a lot of people. Fairly wide range from 55 to 6,000, right? And that's where we're bouncing back up to it because the former resistance slash support is actually a new buy zone as a support region. And that's where we're bouncing off of it right now, okay? So I want to make note of that very clearly. And you guys will see me correlate a lot of different charts, right? Because that's what us traders do. So what you guys need to notice right here is this is a pretty strong buy zone right here, okay? This is a really strong buy zone because we keep getting wicks poking through it and lots of activity and price action within this buy zone. And now what we have to make note of, guys, is that right here, this point right here, this one was $412, okay? $412 right here. That is the target right now. If we actually beat that high, which could be coming very soon, we're going to reach some massive new targets. Now, what is going on right here, guys? Would you guys agree with me that that is now a massive resistance line that we see? And the thing about supports is we can also see them very clearly, right, guys? And we've now exited outside of this zone right here, okay? This is the buy zone, and the people that missed it, that is 100% okay. Do not FOMO whatsoever, okay, guys? Do not ever have that fear of missing out just because you didn't get in that buy zone. Some people may not have known, but I want you guys to really understand that wherever there is a major resistance or support area and lots of activity, right around here, here as well, stalls around there, here, they tend to be really good buy zones for you guys to take that risk to reward setup. And if you guys take a look at where this squeeze is right now, this is December 22nd, guys. The date right now is December. You guys know what I'm talking about. November 22nd. Okay, guys? November 22nd. I was just testing you guys to make sure that you guys understand what I'm saying, okay? So don't think for a moment, I don't know what the date is. Just making sure that you guys are paying attention, all right? So this is November 22nd, to be clear, for the people that thought it was December 22nd. It's not, okay? And the date right now is November 13. So we're about 9 days away for a massive potential breakout right now, guys. And just doing a basic trendline analysis, guys, such a basic analysis that I'm doing right now. We are seeing massive buy zone support right here, okay? Every time you guys get to this support area, you see the volume start to spike around there, right? It's pretty nice. So what you guys always have to make note of is whenever we squeeze into this type of pattern, we usually end up continuing its bullish momentum, right, that it has. Think of this as a really, really big consolidation phase, guys, okay? A big consolidation phase, and I kid you not, that the end of 2017 was the year of cryptocurrency consolidation. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people lost money, okay, guys? A lot of people lost money because they just couldn't wait and they needed it to hurry up. But I kid you not, that 2018 will be the year of cryptocurrency, and we are going to reach some fantastic highs just based on the previous charts that I've shown you right now already, okay? So guys, right now we are looking, what you guys want to know what targets are? You guys are probably so excited to hear some targets, right? Okay guys, how do we do targets? First of all, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of anticipation. Bomb! Did you guys get that joke? It's a Rocky Horror Picture Show joke, okay guys? Get it? Anticipation? I'm going to create a little bit of anticipation for you guys, okay? And I'm going to show you guys how we do targets, okay? We are going to take the first point where it began, and then now we are going to go to the point of where it ended to the lowest possible point, okay? And this is a conservative approach. And I will show you guys one thing from my Elliott Wave rulebook, so get ready. Luna, we're going to talk about some Elliott Wave rules right now, okay? Are you ready? Ah, whoa, you trying to bite me, little girl? You know that we eat you for dinner. Give me a howl now. 3, 2, 1. Say hi to everybody. Oh, oh! Ready? Whoa, whoa, she's trying to bite me, guys. Come on, Luna, give the viewers a howl. Oh, oh! That's a pretty good one. Can you do a better one than that? Oh, oh! Give me way better than that, Luna. Just one more. 3, 2, 1. Oh, oh! Okay, guys, that's all that she's going to give you today. I'm sorry. You starting to talk to me right now? You want to say hi to them again? Oh, oh! Last one you're going to do, then we're going to turn it off. Oh, oh! Okay, that's all you guys are going to get from her. That's it. She says hi to you guys. She wants you guys to know that she also understands Elliott Wave really well, okay? So we're going to take a look at some rules right now. Let me show you. Okay, guys, here we go. Elliott discovered that in terms of price, Wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. This is taken directly from an actual textbook for Elliott Wave. So what they're saying is that Wave 3 is often the longest but never the shortest, which means that it is always longer than Wave 1, which also means that Wave 3 can be longer than Wave 1, and Wave 5 can be longer than Wave 3, and it can be shorter than Wave 3. So let's follow these rules again that I'm going to say. Wave 3 is often longer than Wave 1, okay guys? And it's never the shortest. Now Wave 5 can be longer than Wave 3, and it can be shorter than Wave 3. If Wave 5 is longer than Wave 3, then we call that an extended fifth wave, which is a beautiful thing when we see it, guys, okay? So what we know, just based on Elliott Wave theories, from an actual textbook. I didn't make this up. I'm just letting you guys know, okay? I didn't make it up. These are rules that pretty much every single chart always follows. And it's what I can attribute to my success as well, because I follow these rules religiously, as you guys might have seen in my RSI videos and tutorials in general, okay? So guys, we're going to assume, I know there's been so much anticipation for me to scroll up right now, guys. I know there is. Because we assume that a Wave 1 Wave 3 will be at least equal to Wave 1 and much greater. This is the target, guys, right here. The target is right there, $537, guys. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I don't know about the time frame. I don't know the time frame, But if I had to guess a time frame, right? Whoops. And I'm just gonna take you know, this line right here. I'm just gonna clone it, and I'll use this exact same kind of time frame and date range, etc. If I had to use the exact same time frame just to extrapolate at the end of this wedge here, we could be looking at okay, a little bit more than that. We could be looking at, wow, that's crazy, guys. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? So guys, based on a one-to-one extension, okay? And I'm gonna show you what a one-to-one extension means. It means you take this price range right here, okay? And then you're adding it to this price range right here, which makes a one-to-one measured move. And based on Elliott wave rules, guys, we are literally targeting $541. That's right, guys, $541, okay? And we're gonna see how much percentage that is right there. That is a possible 75% gain of your investment, guys. So I will be pouring a ton of money into this trade, guys. I will be taking this trade so heavily, okay? And now let's just assume that it makes a measured move of 1.618, okay, guys? We could be going for a second target, guys. A second target. And this move right here, assuming that it did the same thing, right? Right there. This one, actually, I'm being a little bit too generous here. Let me just get my date range tool out. If this move right here took, say, 107 days, we'll also assume that this will take 107 days. Okay, guys? We'll move it to around right here. Whoops. We'll move it to right around here. So we're literally assuming that it could make the same measured move. So in March, guys, we could be looking there. Now, if we actually make another measured move, right, where we're taking the exact same angle to 1618 over here, okay, if this one right here was 300, or March 15, we'll say around there, March 9 rather, March 9, sorry. This one here, using the exact same move, just cloning it and moving it over, if it did a 1618 extension right here, guys, we're basically looking at around end of March here, and we could be targeting $718 as well. And this is not me just hyping up a coin or shilling or anything, guys. This is me explaining to you guys that there's now a very there's a very balanced supply and demand that is being squeezed into this specific point right here, guys. This is a specific point, and what we call it is an apex, okay? And at the end of every apex, from what I have seen, guys, I have not seen it in my entire cryptocurrency career yet, and I've been doing this for about 2 years now. I have not seen a single good coin break out to the downside. So I would be silly not to take this trade, guys. We are going to take a look at some math here. 170 days is the time frame for the first target, okay? Just want to be very clear, and we're looking at about March 9. And now, guys, we're going to take our long tool right here. We're going to set our stop loss probably around $270. That's a good stop loss, okay? Stop loss of $270, because as you guys notice, I said before that right here was a pretty good buy zone, right? Every time it gets to this region, people end up buying to push it back up. And it hasn't fallen down below that level in about 3 months. So naturally, you guys want to take a stop loss just in case, say $270, okay? And now you're going to target a 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension right here, okay? You target 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, and you guys are shooting for literally 75% gain. I'm sorry to say this, but anybody who does not take this trade, you guys are going to be missing out on it a lot. Now, I am no financial advisor. Do not get me wrong at all. What I see here is a 1-to-1 target extension, right? And I see a 6-to-1 risk to reward. For those that don't know what risk to reward is, I'm going to explain to you guys very quickly. Risk to reward through a simple flip a coin, okay? Flip a coin, heads or tails. Every time you win, you get one win equals $600. One loss equals $100. Okay, guys? That's just flipping a simple coin with risk to reward of 6-to-1. Okay? 6-to-1. Now I'm going to give you guys a crazy scenario where you lose out of 10 games, you only win 3. And sorry, yeah, you You win 3 and lose 7. Okay, guys? So 3 games at 600 each is equal to what, guys? Is equal to $1,600, right? Just in case you guys couldn't do that in your head, 3 times 600. I did it really quickly in my head because that's what we call, us people, we call it Asian level mathematics. Okay, guys? It's just in my genes. I apologize if you guys couldn't multiply 3 by 600 really quickly like me on the top of your head. So I just want to explain to you guys how I did some very complicated mathematics there on the top of my head. And 7 games at 7 games won. 7 games loss at 100 each is equal to, this is now another level of mathematics that I've just done. 7 times 100 is $700. Sometimes I wonder how I got through engineering school, guys, because based on the math that I have shown you guys, like, I should have graduated within a year, you know, like, wow, that math was unbelievable. So now you take your profit minus your loss is equal to $1,800 minus $700. That's equal to 1,100. So that is what you guys will work out to over 10 games with a risk to reward ratio, okay, guys? With a risk to reward ratio of 6-2. Heck, even if you guys lost 7 games and you only won 3 at a risk to reward ratio, assuming the same type of percentage that you can win, and also assuming that your position size is roughly the same, it will take you guys a long time to lose, okay? Even if you only won 2 games, guys, even if you only won 2 games, this is a ridiculous risk to reward setup, right? This is a ridiculous risk to reward setup. So now we're taking 1,400 minus 800, okay, guys? Or sorry, that's 1,200 minus 800, guys. That's still a $400 profit. Even if you guys lost 8 games and you won 2 games, this is the most ridiculous risk to reward setup that I have seen in a long time. And me, as a trader, that is what I focus on for the long. I'm a day trader, don't forget that, okay, guys? I capitalize on gains throughout the day and I close my position, but I will also hold very long-term positions, okay, guys? Like the IOTA one that you guys saw my review of, or my TA of, where I suggested for people to buy between 35 and 40 cents. Where is it at now, guys? It's at 60 cents, okay, guys? So I've been making a lot of really good long-term predictions, and I kid you guys not that I will rationalize all of this out for you guys to understand where you guys need to make the informed decision, right? I'm not going to give you guys financial advice, but what I will point out is that this is a ridiculous risk to reward setup using a 1-to-1 Fibonacci extension, and also assuming that wave 3 is often the longest and never the shortest. This is a really, really crazy setup, guys. So to put into perspective, guys, if you guys put in 10,000, okay, we'll say $1,000, okay, $1,000, by the end of March, you guys could have a chance to be up to, you know, $1,750, okay, guys? And I don't know about you guys, but I don't use any bank accounts. As much as I'm tempted by their amazing high money master interest savings account of 1% per year, it doesn't really interest me that much, even though the 1% per year is just so amazing, guys. Doesn't investing in cryptocurrency with a possible gain of 75% in 3 months just sound so much better than a 1% gain per year that barely beats inflation rates? You guys know what I'm saying? So am I going to take this trade? Absolutely. I would be ridiculously unintelligent to not take this trade. Not to say that you guys are, but I'm saying from my perspective as a long-term investor, and also because I'm very nostalgic about Ethereum. If you guys remember from that from that poem that I wrote you guys earlier, that made me very, very upset. Okay, guys? Actually, it brought back a lot of memories, and I'm now getting super excited and enthusiastic about this coin, if you can't tell. And my dog, where's my dog? I meant, where's my dinner? She's not here right now. I'm still staying at my parents' over the long weekend, and I'm having a lot of fun here because they feed me a lot over the long weekend. So anyways, guys, yeah, I always look for my dog whenever I get enthusiastic. So this is an awesome setup, guys. This is the buy zone right here. Don't feel bad if you bought it at 292. Don't feel bad if you bought it at 316. The point is you're holding this long term, and a few dollars and a few percentage swings here and there, it doesn't really matter, guys. So the stop loss is clearly defined here, guys. The stop loss, we're going to delete all of that. We're going to make sure we write it out, guys. we're gonna have risk to reward first of all is 6 to 1. Okay guys, and now our entry price is basically between say 292 and 310 or even 15, right guys? Stop loss is $270. Okay guys, time frame is anywhere between 3 to 5 months, we'll say. Okay guys, probability, I'd probably say 60 to 80%, guys, just based on good news coming up, right? Just based on lots of good news coming up, I would probably say that, actually, we'll say 60 to 70%, okay? That is actually, am I missing all the info? So you got your entry price, you got your stop loss, you got your time frame, you got your risk to reward, and you have your probability as well, okay, guys? So based on everything that I've said, 100%, guys, I'm going to go into this trade. For every Ethereum that I invest, I have a chance to lose $40 for the Ethereum, right? But I also have a chance to gain up to $231 per Ethereum that I invest. And I need you guys to understand that this is a very conservative target as well, okay? It's conservative target right here. I want to show you guys Bitcoin Cash, for example, okay? Bitcoin Cash. All right, guys, let me show you guys Bitcoin Cash. Okay guys, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin Cash here, and for the people that have been following my Bitcoin Cash updates, it's been pretty scary how accurate it was. It didn't quite retrace to where I wanted to yet. Okay guys, you guys give it some time. Yet is the key word, okay? So this is what I did to I nailed it guys. Literally, I nailed it at exactly $2,800. Like, how scary is that I literally nailed it? And I'm going to show you guys how I did it using extrapolation. So I take my fib from there, right? And then I took this point right here. And then I assume best case scenario of this 382 retracement, right? And I just rounded it up to the nearest number right there. That's how I did that. And if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out, how scary accurate it is, okay? $2,800. This is the perfect case of how it can actually do a 618 ratio, okay? So I want to show you guys Ethereum as well now, since we are talking about Ethereum. But like I always mention, we look at other coins to find correlation, right? So we look at Ethereum, guys, on the daily chart still, right? This is just a simple one-to-one target right here, a simple one-to-one target. Right there, that's it, one-to-one. We hit it as well on Bitcoin Cash, okay? But because it's a one-to-one target, and we assume that wave 3 is never the shortest, right? Well, we think of a lot of coins that have easily done a one-to-one extension and way more, guys. So the target is literally $540, which I'm going to write down for you guys right here to see. Okay, target one is equal to $540. Target 2 is equal to $788, guys. There you guys have it. That is my analysis. 6 to 1 risk to reward. You guys are welcome to pause this as well. You're welcome to screenshot that. You're welcome to buy me a Lamborghini or send me a 9 million Bitcoins as a tip. I take that as well, okay guys? If you guys are very successful and you become gazillionaires, if you guys are so rich, maybe you guys can even afford to rent out my dog for a day, because I know you guys are all after I know you guys don't even watch my analysis to learn something. You guys are all here for probably my dog, which I really don't like, and that kind of hurts my feelings, guys. So that is it, guys. If you guys love this analysis, like, subscribe, blah 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 blah. I don't do this for the likes and subscribes. I don't care about you guys. I just care that you guys make a lot of money. And then if you guys really liked it, you know, upvote it on Steemit as well. And if you guys especially loved it, my dog there, Luna, she's got her own little cryptocurrency piggy bank. You guys are welcome to donate to the address provided below as well. Other than that, have yourselves a great day, and may the profits be forever in your favor. Have a great day, guys. Take care.